So today we'll be talking about twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome. Hey guys, welcome back to Nicky at your Cervix. It's your girl Nicky here, and if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit my subscribe button, turn my post notification bell on so you can get an update every time I have a new release. And follow me on Instagram at Nicky_at_your_cervix for lots more interesting content. So this is basically a prenatal condition in which twins share unequal amount of placental blood supply, resulting in the two fetuses growing at different rates. It's important to know that 70% of identical twins share a placenta, and about 20% of these pregnancies are affected by twin-to-twin syndromes. It's also important to note that twin-to-twin syndrome is not related to anything the mother did or did not do during her pregnancy. Let me explain it a bit more for you guys. So identical twins share one placenta, and most commonly they also are in different sacs of fluid. This is what we call the amniotic sacs. This type of twin pregnancy is called monochromic, which means one placenta, diamniotic, which means two sac. So in monochromic diamniotic twins, where I'm going to call them modi twins, they share blood vessels which runs from one twin to the other on the surface of the placenta. So most often the flow of blood between the twins is fairly even, but if there's an imbalance of this blood flow across these blood vessels, such as that one twin gets more blood than the other, this is when twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome occurs. The twin who gets the most blood flow is called the recipient twin, and the one who gets less is called the donor twin. So because the donor twin has less blood flow, this baby grows smaller and slower. The baby acts dehydrated and cannot even make much urine, and thus the bladder is small or invisible, and the amniotic fluid begins to decline. The recipient twin, however, has too much blood flow, and it grows faster and is larger than the other twin. And this recipient twin urinates excess amount of fluid from having too much blood, and basically it has an enlarged bladder and too much amniotic fluid. And we diagnose twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome based on ultrasound. So we do the ultrasound to see if the twins are identical and sharing the placenta. And we do this ultrasound usually between 16 and 24 weeks of pregnancy. So we do it every 2 weeks to notice any changes. So how do we manage this? So we have very highly specialized maternal fetal medicine physician nowadays, and so we can manage them quite a bit. So we can manage them through frequent ultrasounds. We can also management through fetoscopic laser photocoagulation. This is basically when surgeons use lasers to block the blood vessel that communicate between the two fetuses, and basically they insert this pencil tip like fiber optic scope into the mother's uterus and examine the entire placenta to find the crossing blood vessels and try to block it off. And when you separate the blood flow functionally, you separating the placenta and allowing each twin to basically develop independently. There's also something called amnioreduction, and this is basically a procedure to remove excess fluid from around the larger twin and reduces the amount of amniotic pressure and usually reducing the risk of preterm labor. And this is also performed with the procedure we mentioned about the fetoscopic laser photocoagulation. So it's important to note that twin to twin transfusion syndrome can severely affect the babies after delivery. So without adequate treatment, these babies do not do well. And there's a 90% risk of fatality. And for those who do survive, there's a 15 to 50% risk of neurological handicap. So it's important to treat your twin to twin transfusion syndrome. So, what's your experience with twin to twin transfusion syndrome? Drop it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nikki at your service on YouTube for lots more interesting content. Until next time, see you soon. Bye.